Does your pantry cupboard have a bazillion spices in it, and yet you still find yourself off to the supermarket to buy a pre-made blend? Well, in today's video, I'm going to show you 4 amazing spice blends that you can make at home, and I guarantee you probably own all of the stuff already to make it. I've been a chef for 20 plus years, and I can tell you now that spice blends and rubs and marinades are the way to make your food taste absolutely amazing and are a great way to impart flavour without breaking the bank. I know that some of you home cooks out there probably get a little bit scared that when you're reading a recipe and it says you need a certain spice blend and you haven't got it, that you run off to the supermarket to go and purchase it. And often they're more expensive, and as I said before, I can guarantee you probably already have everything you need for it anyway. So let's get into unlocking them spice blends that are going to transform your cooking. Let's get all of these put to one side, and we're going to make blend 1. And hey, if you like this video, make sure you check out my other 4 DIY blend mix video. You can find it up here, and we cover 4 more spice blends that you can make at home with all your bits and bobs. But having said that, let's get on to blend number 1. So first up, we need 1 large tablespoon of smoked paprika. Next up, we need onion and garlic powder, and if you are using these separately, you're going to use half a teaspoon of each, but because mine is already a blend, I'm going for 1 whole teaspoon. Next up, it's half a teaspoon of cumin, followed by half a teaspoon of black pepper, and hey, if you only had whole, just crack it in, but if you've got ground, that's perfectly fine too. Then it's 1/4 teaspoon of some cayenne pepper for a little bit of heat. We only need about 1/4 teaspoon of some mustard powder. If you didn't have it and you only had whole, you could grind these up. And you know what? If you didn't have these, I bet you've got some form of mustard in your fridge, so you could leave it out altogether and use that mustard to stick your spice rub to your meat, your veggies, or your fish. And finally for this mix, we're going for half a tablespoon of some brown sugar. And this is the additional thing that's going to give that wonderful caramelization on the outside of whatever it is you're cooking. Get it all mixed together. Oh my God, it already smells absolutely delicious and just as good as anything that you could already buy pre-made at the supermarket. Also, what's great about making your own spice blends is you know that they're going to be good and fresh, because when you buy an entire thing of it, you don't know how quickly you're going to get through it. So making small amounts each and every time you need it means not only do you get through all of your dried stuff and can replenish that so it's fresher in your cupboard, but also it means you're going to get the best flavour out of your rub. So that's spice mix number 1 done. Let's move on to number 2. Here we are at spice blend number 2, and we are making jerk seasoning. Now, I know that normally this would be a marinade, but sometimes you don't have all them fresh ingredients. So today I'm going to show you an easy spice mix that you can put together that takes on all them incredible flavours of a jerk marinade, but with all the dry stuff that you've got hanging around in your cupboard. So let's quickly go through what we're going to need to make this delicious jerk spice mix. We're going to use that same garlic and onion salt, but if you had them separate, perfect. We're going to use smoked paprika, a little bit of allspice, and that is the one that really gives this that inherently jerk flavour. We've got some, well, in my case, Italian herbs. You would usually use thyme, but this is the thing. When you're cooking stuff at home, you don't always need to go to the shops to buy that extra ingredient. If you didn't have thyme in amongst your dried herbs, but you had Italian spice, I mean, let's just use that. It's got in it thyme, oregano, it's all them fresh things that would go into a jerk seasoning anyway, and you're using something up that might have been sitting there for a little while, so it's a great thing to do. And that's what's wonderful about making these at home. You can slightly amend it to what you actually have. Then we've got some cayenne pepper, some black pepper, a little bit of cinnamon, a little bit of nutmeg, and a little bit of brown sugar. Now, I don't know whether you've noticed, but these actually all quite similar to the seasoning that we already made. And that is why making your own spice blends at home is so great, because you probably have all the stuff. It's just about knowing what quantity to add it in to make the right flavour. But having said that, let's get these weighed out, all mixed together, so that I can use this jerk seasoning tonight to make me dinner. So if you are using separate onion and garlic powder, then you're going to use half a tablespoon of each, but because mine's already a mix, we're going in with a tablespoon. Next up, it's 1 teaspoon of smoked paprika. Then it's a teaspoon of dried thyme, or in my case, my Italian herb mix, followed by half a teaspoon allspice, that true jerk flavour, half a teaspoon of cayenne if you like it spicy, and as I said, a marinade might be made with fresh stuff like a Scotch bonnet. You can definitely add more of this one. Half a teaspoon, or maybe a little bit more, of black pepper, quarter of a teaspoon of cinnamon powder, quarter of a teaspoon of nutmeg, and 1 teaspoon of brown sugar. Oh, yum. So crazy. Essentially the same ingredients in here, just in slightly different quantities, completely different smell. Now imagine this marinating maybe your tofu, rubbed all over your chicken, or sprinkled on your veggies and roasted in the oven. Endless possibilities, absolute maximum flavour. That's spice blend number 2 done, so let's move on to number 3. Next up, we're making Chinese five spice. So this one is an absolute flavour sensation. I absolutely love this stuff. You can put it in stocks, you can flavour things with it, you can use it as the base, you can use it in savoury and sweet. I mean, honestly, possibilities are endless with this stuff. But again, when you buy it as a spice blend, sometimes can end up being a little bit expensive. Maybe not with an own brand from a supermarket, but other blended ones can end up being quite costly. And guess what? We're gonna go through what's in them. Black pepper, used that guy before. Star anise, you might even have it in powder form. Fennel seeds, these are a win when you're making Italian dishes. Absolutely love them. Again, you may have in the cupboard. Cinnamon, whether you've got it as a stick or ground, both are great, and some cloves. Especially with the spices, these are the sorts of things that you might buy when you're making something at Christmas because you need all them warming flavours and then all of a sudden you don't know what to do with it. So for this one we are going to have to do a little bit of work, and I've got out the pestle and mortar, but this is why I wanted to show you this spice blend in particular, because I only had the whole versions and it's easy enough to grind them up and use what you need to make this delicious spice blend. As I said, one of my favourites, gets used all the time in the Dishes with Del kitchen. So first up, I'm going to take 1 star anise and grind it up, maybe in a little half. And also, you know, if you're using whole spices, the impact of their flavour is always greater because obviously they've not been pre-ground. So if you had a cupboard full of whole spices, even better. But that's the star anise ground. You can see here mine is still a little tiny bit bitty. You could sieve it so that you get them out, but also it doesn't matter. In with the 2 tablespoons of the star anise powder to our bowl. Next up, I need 1.5 teaspoons of fennel seeds. That's the fennel seeds. Next up, I need half a teaspoon of cloves, which will probably be about maybe 5 or 6. And add them in. Oh, just seriously, the smell is absolutely delicious. Next, we're going 1 teaspoon of black pepper. And finally the cinnamon, where I'm adding 1 teaspoon. Super simple, incredibly fragrant and utterly delicious. So that's spice blend number 3, all done. Let's move on to number 4. So we've made it to our 4th and final blend. And this blend is something you definitely get ripped off at the supermarket when you buy. And it is dukkha. Dukkha seasoning is absolutely incredible. It's from the Middle East. It's full of flavours that you want to eat, and much like the others, made with some true pantry staples that I guarantee most of you have. Now for this one, we're going to need some nuts, and I've just toasted them off here in the pan. I've got 1 tablespoon of walnuts, 1 tablespoon of flaked almonds, and 1 tablespoon of sunflower seeds, and 1 tablespoon of sesame seeds. I've just toasted them lightly in the pan, but you can use whatever you like. This truly is customizable. If you didn't have any nuts and you only had seeds, we'll put them in instead. It gives you great texture and crunch when you add this to whatever it is you're making. So this one is a little bit different and more like the 4 original seasonings that I made, in the fact that we're gonna add some salt to it. These are all more true spice blends, whereas this one is a little bit more of a seasoning. So let's get this together so that you at home can make some tasty, delicious food with all your new spice blends that live in your cupboard. So I'm just going to add in all their nuts and seeds, but what I'm going to do is just slightly crush them up with my hands so that they're broken up oh so slightly. You could do it with a knife, but when these are warm, it's a really easy way to do it. And plus it will release a little bit of them delicious nut oils, which means all of these flavours are just going to all stick to it, and just create the most wonderful seasoning. I mean, even just the smell of the nuts already, I want to eat it. Next we're going to add in 1 teaspoon of cumin, 1 teaspoon of coriander, half a teaspoon of black pepper, and half a teaspoon of salt. Imagine this sprinkled all over a big old pile of carrots on a lovely plate of tahini flavoured yogurt, or mixed into some couscous, or sprinkled all over a delicious lamb. Super easy to make, takes only a few minutes as like the other ones, and considering this one I had to toast off the nuts too. But again, you've got yourself another amazing spice blend slash seasoning, and all from things you probably already had. And that is seasoning number 4 of these fantastic spice blends. So that's it for this week. Let me know in the comments which one of these are you going to be trying first, because I tell you what, they're all absolute bangers and completely different from the other ones we made. So I hope this has inspired you to make your own spice blends at home from all the things that you already have. You can find the recipes on my website and all sorts of other stuff there, including incredible dishes in which you might want to use these. Make sure if you're new around here, give me a little like, and even better if you can subscribe to my channel. It always helps out, as every other YouTuber will tell you, but it really does make a difference. And also that way you'll never miss out on anything coming out of the dishes with Del Kitchen. So that's it for this week. I'll see all you guys soon. Love you lots, and go and enjoy your new delicious spice blends. Ciao for now.